Hey, alright, hello everyone. Mounta1nM1ck back, trying to make my second video upload here for my channel. Just got a few things I'm going to try to share with everybody really quick. This one won't be as long as the last one, but just wanted to put some more content out and try to show you guys a few cool things that I've got going on right now. Got a few new things in the mail today. I'm going to show that stuff really quick. I got my Mace picks all in from Sparrows recently. So I'm going to show these off, talk about these for a second. See if I can't maybe open a lock or two with them. And that'll probably be all I got going on for tonight. But let's just get down to it. So we'll go with the mail first. How about that? Let's see what we got here. This one, can't show addresses and stuff, of course. But this one is from my friend on Reddit, Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy has decided to mail me a few things I've been needing to continue my journey here. And so, I appreciate him sending them this way. Thank you, Mr. Happy. I'm going to open this up, show it to everyone, and see what we got. Apparently, I'm better at doing this without scissors, so we're just going to go old school and pop this open. There we go. See, I mentioned this in my other video. This is the shrink tubing. So that way, I can take these picks that I have that don't have nice comfy handles the way that I like, kind of like this one, and slide this better, comfier stuff on it. So maybe I can get back to using those a little more and actually enjoying them the way I prefer, which is, you know, something a little more like this. You guys know I'm a Sparrows man, so naturally I'm going to pull out my favorite one here. And let's see what else we got here from Mr. Happy. I don't know what all he sent. Oh my goodness. Looks like he sent me quite a few of these, so that's going to be awesome. He tells me that these things come in super big amounts. So he was nice enough to spare some of it and send it on over to Mick. So that way, if we end up with some uncomfy handleless picks, we can make them nice handles. Let's see. Now these, I have been dying to get my hands on. Because as I mentioned the other day, this American lock here, the A1100 that I used for my green belt, well, technically I got my green belt with my Ace 38mm. But I got this for myself as a little present for getting my green belt. I have opened it twice, but 2 times is not enough to really satisfy me. And I've been going back to struggling with it a little bit since I did that. So I decided that maybe I would take all the great advice about progressive pinning and see if I could get some more knowledge out of this guy, because I really I want to glean everything good that I can from it before I move on too quickly, because if I do that, I'm just going to find myself hitting a skill wall. I call a skill wall anyway. That's basically where you get over ambitious. We all do it because we got to keep testing ourselves, but sometimes you get a little too ambitious and you need to take a step back and really focus on some of the finer points of things that you might have missed breezing through. Or maybe you just got a quick open or two and you didn't learn enough by doing so. So we're going to make sure that's not the case going forward. And we're going to absolutely take care of that. I'm pretty sure that Mr. Happy has just included this plastic card here to make sure that my shims come in all flat. It's not bent and beautiful, which they did arrive that way. I appreciate that. Wouldn't have thought of that myself, so I'm going to keep that one in my mind for the future if I ever send something like this. And he informs me that these shims in particular are not the kind that I was gonna just rip out of a CD case from the security strip or a DVD case. Lots of us do that. Lots of us cut down cans and make little shims ourselves. But these particular shims, as you might have guessed, are from our good friends over at Sparrows. So when he said, I've got some spare ones that I got from Sparrows, would you like me to send those over to you so you can do your progressive pen? I was ecstatic, and I could not refuse my friend on that one. So again, Mr. Happy, thank you for these. Really appreciate that. Later tonight, Mick is going to open this 1100 up and try and see what kind of pen stacks and spools and serrated stuff's really going on in this bad boy here. And these little guys, for anybody who doesn't know, they're basically so we can take this lock apart, but in a way where we're going to slide it between the plug and the body. There in the Bible, where all the springs and the driver pins that are not the key pins, we want them to stay up in the top and the key pins to come out with the core. And we don't want that to come out flying everywhere. We want to take it out one at a time, nice and neat. And these are going to hold them up in there in place until the time that we can do that, so we don't destroy one of our favorite locks by bricking it or turning it into a rattle, doing anything crazy like losing springs, things of that nature. So there we have it. Finally got me some shims from Sparrows from my friend. Very happy because I really want to get going on that little project so I can be better for all you guys. And so we can hopefully move on very soon to this guy right here. This is my pack lock. I showed it off the other day. All my buddies keep asking me, Mick, why aren't you doing your blue belt yet? We know you got that pack lock sitting there. Why don't you just give it a quick pick and see what happens? Well, you know what? I'm still playing with that idea, and maybe we'll take a run at it soon. But because everything for the 200K needs to be videoed, and because the blue belt needs this thing to be fully gutted as well and whatnot on a video, I just figured that until I could properly video myself picking on this thing, it would probably be my luck that I open it off camera. And it goes great. And then I go to pick it on camera like so many people do. And of course, I will be failing left and right, not opening it, and going completely mad because I technically should have already accomplished getting that done. And of course, we'll continue to practice with that one too, long after we've got the 200K and the blue belt, because that's how discipline works. But for now, I just don't feel like it's a good idea to jump that far just yet, until I've had a little more time to play with this guy. So thanks to the shims we got in, we're going to get to make the progress there we've been waiting for. Now, I've also been really busy emailing back and forth Uncle S from Sparrows, and that takes some of my time. I've been trying to get everything rolling here on the channel for you guys because, you know, that's a very big part of this whole lock sport thing. And I'm trying to just get my channel to look halfway like I know what I'm doing here. So, you guys who are watching already at this early stage, you are all superheroes to me because this is just me freestyling it, winging it, and basically trying to make miracles over here. I've got my little Samsung cell phone on a vase. There's no production team over here with Mounta1nM1ck yet. We haven't got that far. We are basically using the kitchen table. No pinning mats or any fancy stuff like that. But very soon, we're going to change all of that. Now this is another piece of mail I got today. This was a surprise to me as well. A good friend of mine that you may know or have heard of is Walt Cade. Walt had some hand in the consulting or making of all these beautiful mace that we have here. And Sparrows as well gave Walt a shout out on the website of theirs. And apparently him and them worked together on these. And man, I gotta tell you guys, I really love the maces. That's why I was telling you about them in my video yesterday. These things for me are fantastic. We'll play around with them here in a second. And without further ado, we'll see what Mr. Cade sent me, because he didn't say, he just said, hey Mick, I might have something for you. Drop me the address and I'm gonna send you a little care package. So here we go. Let's see what Mr. Walt has sent us. Thank you, Walt Cade, for helping me enable my Sparrows addiction further and further. Just like my friend Mr. Happy over here. Sent the Sparrows shims on brand and everything. Love you guys for that stuff. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. That is exactly what I thought it was going to be, but I am very glad to see it. Now, the reason I brought up the mention of Walt on Sparrow's site is because if you go over there, you can find the link for another little thing that he has designed for us to use with our maces. Now, originally, I got this Sparrows patch, and it's really cool. We'll get to that in a second, because this thing that Walt made, obviously, is actually designed for doing what I was going to do with this patch. And I love the patch so much that it's going to get some use anyway. I'm going to put it on some cool jacket, probably. We'll get to that later on. But as you may notice, this is like a carrying case, 3D printed, beautiful thing that he has designed specifically for holding the mace kit. So I'm going to just kind of lay them in there real quick. It looks really awesome. Everything has been made to fit just perfect in this little tray here. Now, this is both the Mace 1 and 2. So, you get them separately or together. Probably a good idea to order at the same time, unlike Mounta1nM1ck's, so you can, save on the shipping and just do it all in one fell swoop. But some of us have to do our lock sporting in smaller bursts of cash, and that's kind of what happened here. I didn't mind, because any chance I get to make contact with good old Uncle Sparrows is a good day for me, especially when it involves getting some more goodies over here for you guys and me to play with. So, you guys saw the Mace 1 in my video the other day. That's going to be these two. Alright. So in the Mace 1, you'll notice that they're, I'm sorry, I've got the wrong one. And that's how I can tell. If you look really close, I'll try and get it up here so you guys can see better. If you look really close, the Mace 1s were made in such a way that they can be used as bottom of keyway or top of keyway turners. And they do have a little bit of a serration cut into the top of the mace here on this edge of the mace. They do work. I use them that way too. I'm kind of fond, when I first got these, of just going ahead and using the Turners 1 set, the 6 little turners that come with it. Because I told you guys before, I don't like to stress my picks that much, bending on them by using them as tensioners. Well, I've got all these fantastic tensioners from Sparrows over here. I've got these, and the Z bars, flat bars, all that great stuff over here in my comp case. So, not on any shortage of tensioners here. But the cool part about the number 2 that you will see is they've given us 2 more profiles of rake to play with. We got a nice little double. And we've got more of a rounded triple. Instead of the standard Bogota looking one that I had from the 1, this one works a little bit different. And I've been playing around with these 2 a little bit just to see how it works on some of my locks, just like the original. And no surprise, these things absolutely slay some of your lower level padlocks. They fit perfectly in there. You give them a little rock around jiggle, and it's almost like using a key sometimes with these things, guys. Sometimes it's a little struggle if you got the wrong one for the lock, but really, when you've got the right one, I have like 2-3 second opens on locks with these things when it's the right one. So they really do a great job whenever you use the right one. Now, what they've also done on the 2, you notice I was showing you that the top of the keyway and bottom of the keyway on this one just has the little ridge on it. Well, some people noted this. I guess they worked on the design some more for the expansion on Mace 2. And as you can see here, the Mace 2s are called dog ears. And I believe that's talking about this little guy right here. That right there allows you to do top of keyway and have a much different approach. There's more room because this little guy here at the top is a little more out of the way than you would have it with one of these. Works pretty good like that too. Very much like the way that they changed that. But I like the way that they're different from each other. And the reason why is because on the fly, it's easy to tell these 3 apart from each other, right? I would say so. But because, as I mentioned, 2 of them are triples, if you're really in a hurry or on the fly, the triples look kind of close to each other. Now, they are not the same. I'm going to get them closer so you guys can see. See how the profile is not the same there? It's absolutely different frequency, different height peak, and it's definitely going to work a little different on locks from the other one in either respect. So, because of the fact one of them has the little dog ear on it, it's really easy, if you remember that, to tell which is which. Because your classic one from the 1 is going to have the top from the 1. And your Mace 2 is going to have the dog ear on it. So that's all you got to look for if you want to be sure which one of those guys you're grabbing. I didn't notice this before looking at it, but this design I really like because, as you can see in the case, it's got my 1s here and my 2s here, side by side each other as they would come. And that's fantastic. This little sleeve here is going to hold all of them in there good. I know, I can tell. But I gotta say, they're in there pretty good anyway. And this thing is perfectly made for what it is. So I'm absolutely going to be using it for this purpose. And for that reason, thank you all. This is awesome. I will make sure that Mounta1nM1ck's Santa list has you on it. I will have something cool coming for you in the near future, sir. You are a saint, a fellow Sparrows operator. Always cool with me. Now, I saved this for last because this is worth getting the whole kit, maybe both kits. This is something that everybody wanted when they got the 1. They were like, oh, the turners from the first kit work, and there were some of them having trouble with trying to use just the maces without turners, without having a tension tool. So Sparrows, because they listen and make wonderful adjustments, decided to come out with this baby here. And this thing, I gotta be honest with you guys, I've been trying this thing even separate from my Maces because I really like this tension bar here. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's the shape, maybe it's the way it grabs. I believe it's in a 30 size, if I'm correct. I'd have to double check that to be sure, but I believe it's a .030 of thickness. And this thing, it works pretty awesome. I would be more than comfortable leaving all my other turners behind with my regular full kit and just having this guy with me with my Mace kit, because as I said, the only holdback of that is I need my Mace kit at home when I'm playing with the other tools too, because I love this thing. So anyway, it's gonna have a little way to snap down in there. They got a nice little dog ear on it on one side. That works good. And for a lot of the time, I love bottom of the keyway, especially if you're going to be raking on things like our padlocks here. So this here is a nice strong, just flat L bar, and I can feel everything feedback through it. Fantastic. The feedback through this thing, I like it as much as any Z-bar. I don't really like flats usually, but I have fallen hard for this thing here. So I'm going to pick a lock or two with these things in just a second. Just wanted to show you guys how awesome this whole Mace thing has come together for me. I didn't initially think about ordering these things. I was going all out for regular size picks and whatnot. And I just began to think to myself, how cool would it be to have some smaller, more handy finger picks for whatever purpose. And these, as far as I'm concerned, are the best thing you can get in that. Some other people have their go-tos. This is what Mounta1nM1ck likes to carry around for fun on the go. If I'm going to be riding around in a friend's car and picking a few to-go locks, and I don't want to take my big old kit of lovely beauties out with me, this guy right here is generally going to be all I need to have a good fun session on the go. And that is why I love these things, because they're kind of an insurance policy for all my babies back home, but also an insurance policy for me, that Mounta1nM1ck never gets caught in a situation where somebody's like, hey, we want to see you pop some locks, Mounta1nM1ck. You're that picker guy. You got some locks and some things to pick them with you? Of course I do. I've got to practice all the time to be even halfway decent at this. So naturally, if I'm leaving the house, I'm going to grab 3 or 4 of my favorite little things to play with, one of the harder ones to work on, and at least I'm going to have something very handy and carryable with me for that purpose. So everybody involved with the Maces, I did buy these with my own money, like I've bought everything that you've seen lately, except the things that I have thanked people for and shown you while thanking them for. So Mr. Cade, Sparrows, absolute masterwork on the Maces. I love it. Now, really quick before we play around with those, I just wanted to show you the patch a little more, because I originally got this to do what I'm doing with this. This patch isn't just a patch. Some of you guys probably already know that. Maybe some of you don't, so that's why I'm going to show it to you. This is a patch Sparrows sells with their logo on it, so I would have wanted it even if it was just a regular patch, because that's just the kind of guy I am. But this isn't just a regular patch. It's got a Velcro back on it, that you can attach to something. So that way, you can do the whole military sanitized thing. You can use this cool Sparrows patch on any of your gear that's got those Velcro strips on it, your bag, bug out kit, whatever it is you've got with Velcro, you can put this thing on. You can go get you some Velcro stripping and probably put it on anything you like because it's got those really good hooks in it. So you get you some 3M Velcro strips and you could probably mount this baby on about anything that you want. It just looks really nice. I mean, I like it. But it's functional. It is called the Red Stash Patch. And the reason it's called that, the reason it's called that is because there's this little slit in it right here. And if you pull up a little bit, you can see that behind your Velcro, especially when you've got it attached to something and totally closed up, you got a nice little stash pocket in there. Now, I haven't tried to put Walt's kit in there. It may be a little too big to pull that off, but I don't know. That is a really close fit. So there may be even a chance that I can double down and use this thing that way. It could definitely, looks like, fit at least the tray in there. And that's cool. And I also had thought maybe I would just keep some spare turners and things in here. Who knows? All I know is I really like that kind of thing. I thought it was awesome. As I said, I would have been a sucker for it anyway because I think it's a smart looking little patch. It's like a 3.5 inch square all the way around. And it's going to look good wherever I put it. But for now, it's going to sit right here. Make sure you guys know where all this awesome stuff came from. So, I guess that's about all Mick's got to show you with the mail and with the Mace kit. Let's not forget the shims that I got over here from Mr. Happy. So, thank him. Thank Walt. You guys both rock. All my buddies at LPU, if you've ever mailed Mick anything, thank you so much. I've never known this type of kindness before. You guys are all so amazing and have been so generous and open to me being part of your community. People helping me figure out how this YouTube stuff works, how these locks work, picks work. Really just phenomenal people over there. I wouldn't be able to do any of this stuff without them. Really the greatest pickers in the world. And even if they weren't pickers, some of the greatest people in the world, period. And it looks like they do sit in there firm. I did not snap these down in there the way I must have done these. But I will tell you that it is very secure when it comes to holding your maces. And that rocks too. Because we all know that when it's like a one-time slide around thing, it's not as nice. And they really did a great job getting this thing to fit perfect. So I'm going to use, I think I used the 1 in the last video, so let's see if I can get the 2 out here. And for this video, we're just going to see what we can do with the 2 really quick. And we'll save the 1 for more fun in the future. So, like I was telling you guys, if you do have your maces, especially if you like raking, you should enjoy these things. I have gotten more into the raking skill because of these things. I wanted to start my discipline with single pen picking, and there's no, argument for me about one being any better than the other. As I said in the last video, they are 2 different disciplines. You should practice both, and I like to practice what I preach. So, you're going to see a ton of single pen picking in the future from Mounta1nM1ck. I can promise you that, because it's my preferred method. But I don't want to make videos and not show some love to such a large part of lock sport, which is the raking, rocking community. My rakers and rockers, you need to get you some of these maces. I'm telling you. I literally owned one rake before I got these things, and they have been amazing as far as getting locks open quick. So if I were in a bind and not doing it just for pleasure, for whatever reason, just trying to show off really quick, I would probably go for these babies first. You're going to see why if you haven't remembered or seen from my last video. This is a Master Lock number 5. Some of these big old fat commercial looking ones. I got this from Greg Potter over at Art of Lock Picking on Facebook. You're going to hear me mention him some to time because Greg is a good lock man. I pick on my lock bundle from Greg every single day. He will hook you up. He's a great guy. So get our tension bar in there, and man, like I said, guys, look at the tension bar. That thing gives you a really good foundation to press against, hold on. You can put your finger against the little mace symbol spot. You can do classic and just go all the way to the tip here. And I told you guys, I am crazy about this new tensioner here. I'm going to be practicing using it while I'm single picking with my other kit. I really like it that much. We're going to try the snake rake on this guy first and see how that works out. I did try some of these locks before, full disclosure. I wouldn't come on here that unprepared unless we were doing some blind out of the box demonstration. So anyway, let's get a little bit going and see if we can open it. As I've said before, I don't tension until I get my rake all the way in there, because that's the way I was taught and shown to do it. Get your rake up in there this way, so down in there. Then you put you a little tension on there. Going to be pulsing the tension with this thing a little bit like you see me doing right now. See how I'm just kind of giving it a quick nudge every once in a while? That is kind of the gist of what I'm doing while I'm trying to rake. Other people have different ways of doing things. This is just Mick's approach. I like to hold the rake on these things kind of around the top of the mace here and pinched between my fingers. You might see me grab it with 2 sometimes just to get a little extra oomph on there. But usually with these things, I've been told, and I have found, that they are effective for doing the full straight rake in and out of the keyway. But the rocking technique on these things I've found to be really effective. So most of the time, I don't go to the raking it with the maces unless I'm absolutely not getting something from the rocking. So without further ado, let's see if we can get this thing. It is locked up good. There's no way that thing's coming open. As you can see from my tensioner, this thing's locked up tight. So let's see if we can open it. Start giving it a little rock, a little tension. And that's really all there is to it. Now, I felt like that one took a little long, to be honest with you, because that's how quick and efficient these things can be sometimes. I didn't practice any today. I kind of just came out cold picking on this video, so I was really happy with that open there. I'm gonna try to do this same lock again one time. Only we're going to use the double and see if it's effective on this lock. I got about 3 more sitting here. Let's see if we can run through all of those. And then we'll wrap this one up, because it looks like I'm already over a half hour, and that's because I just talked too much, guys. I'd intended to make this a short video, but here we are. If you're still hanging around watching, thank you very much. So let's see if the double does anything to this lock. Yet again, the double and the triple snake looking thing both got this one pretty quick. They do work, Anyone who tells you they don't work obviously isn't working them correctly. This guy right here can be really stubborn. I picked it up in the video yesterday and set it back down. I thought it was a different lock. My wife asked me about that. I said, okay, honey, you're right. I should go back at that one. So we're going to see if I can get some magic out of this thing this time, because I was nervous on the first go, guys. And I was afraid if I didn't get this little simple looking lock open in front of you guys, I'd lose you forever. So, bear with me. We'll see if the Mace 2s can do any damage on this guy. I'm going to go straight back to the double on this one. I like the double a lot. So we're going to get it on in there. Tension and scrub a little. See, that's what should have happened when I was doing it last night. Very quick, very easy, very enjoyable. So I'm not going to double all these tonight, because that would just take up a lot of your time. We can save that for later. We are going to go ahead and try and slay the Master 3 and the Brinks Brass. No, I brought them back out in this video because I got to get some more locks. I have a friend, his name's Blake. Just talked to him right before the video. He's gonna hook Mounta1nM1ck up with some more kinda like these. So soon, Mounta1nM1ck will be trying to do the Berserker. I'm sorry, Mounta1nM1ck's not good with that word. Stumbled with it last time. Mounta1nM1ck's gonna shoot for the Lockjaw Berserker challenge soon. As soon as he gets the 20 locks to give that a shot and gives it a good run. And I don't know, we'll practice, and maybe we'll even see if one of these rakes that are in the Mace set can be used, because I have yet to see somebody do one with just a Mace, and that'd be really cool to me, to be the first person to do it with a Mace. So I'm going to try and practice for that once I get the locks in. You will see me make an attempt very soon after. So I also brought out these 2 locks because if you've talked to Mounta1nM1ck on Reddit, you have heard him say these 2 locks to every noob he ever comes across. Those are like the gospel of Mick that you're going to hear, guys. Go ask Greg Potter for some locks. Get you a Master number 3. And get you a Brinks Brass. Toss the acrylic. Start picking these guys right here. This guy's got a little bit better feedback. This one is a white. This one is a yellow. So get you both of those and you'll be well on your way into this picking world. And both of them can easily be sourced from Walmart or any big store brand that you've got close to you, and probably any place in America. I'm not sure about other countries, but in America, you're going to see these babies everywhere. This is what everybody buys. People don't go order a nice $12, $13 lock that costs literally almost the same amount. And that's a little security tip from Mounta1nM1ck for all you people out there. If you want some extra security on your stuff out there, which is what this whole thing's really about, go get you some good locks to protect your stuff. This stuff is for dirty clothes in locker rooms, okay? If you put your $200, $300 watch in there, your iPods, your phones, whatever you got that you value and don't want messed with, it's worth a couple of dollars of shipping and the same price. The pack lock's a little more expensive, but if I'm being completely honest with you, you could get it for probably the price of all 3 of these. And any picker will tell you, there are 200K patch. There are 200,000 different combinations for this lock. Even for a seasoned picker, this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge than what we've got going over here. So, if you really want to invest in an American-made lock that's awesome and will protect your stuff, I would tell you to go out and buy one of these. But if you're not trying to spend quite that much, Master Lock does have their American line, and they're going to be a lot safer than running just some of these hardware cheapo things that really cost the same amount but are made totally differently. As I mentioned the other night, these don't have security pins. All the other three that I just showed you, I don't think they have anything but security pins in these things. We'll go into that another time. I'm going to pop these 2 locks and I'm going to get out of here so you guys can get on with your life, alright? I really appreciate you guys learning some lock stuff with me today. I hope you enjoy Mounta1nM1ck's second video. I wanted to get some more content out here so I would have my people something to watch and not wonder what happened to Mounta1nM1ck after that first video. So I had to go ahead and get this video going. And I also am trying to get my content up and my subscribers up in a hurry the best I can so I can try and impress good old Uncle Sparrows a little bit. And the reason for that we will go into in depth when I am allowed. I can't share emails yet. I can't show you the image yet. It's all tightly under wraps between me and Uncle S right now. Just know that we are going to do the tattoo soon. I'm not sure where we're going to do it. I may or may not have to get a passport really soon, but I've been instructed to do so. So I'm really excited about that. And my channel will be hosting whatever comes of the Sparrows Mounta1nM1ck tattoo adventure. I can tell you that much for sure. So sub my channel if you want to see my awesome ink. We should be doing this thing sometime, and I'm hoping tentatively a month or less. So let's get this master to crack real quick. That's not going to take but a second. We all know that. Make a liar out of me today, Master Lock. Maybe it's not the double that this one likes. Or maybe it's just bad luck to say something bad about a Master Lock right before you go to slay it. I'm still learning. Try not to jinx myself this time. There she goes. I got her, guys. I'm sorry. It's a little warm. It's a little late. It's 1:43 a.m. Mounta1nM1ck is a late night kind of guy, and the quietest, best time for him to do his lock sporting adventures is late at the night. So that is why we're doing it this way. Maybe that'll change in the future, but for right now, I like picking late at night and uploading it. And here at about another hour and a half-ish, I believe, my YouTube will go fully freedom-wise to where I'm able to do a live on here anytime that I like without scheduling it. I'm not going to have to keep doing Facebook Live and waiting to upload it like I did the last video. Sometimes it's hard to get these long videos moved over, especially from another place to from Facebook to YouTube. Whereas if it's on your YouTube, of course, you can share it across all platforms in about 5 seconds right afterwards. So that's what we're shooting for. And since I applied for all that stuff last night, we are almost to that goal. From now on, Mounta1nM1ck will be able to go live anytime. And we're really going to need that when it comes to this Sparrows tattoo fun. let's get this thing open and call it a night, guys. There we go. So I used the triple on that one too. But I will tell you, I used the double on that one earlier today as well. So that worked out famously. I'm still batting 100 on my channel. And yes, I did come back for this one. I sat down last night. Thank you to my lovely wife, Ash, for pointing that out. Do appreciate that. So I'm just going to put these things back in here and get it wrapped up. That's really it, you guys. I got nothing else. Just going to give a final shout out to Mr. Happy for my shims. Final shout out to Mr. Walt Cave, who sent me this awesome 3D printed holder for my Mace picks. Thank you, gentlemen. You are both gentlemen and scholars. You are both on Mounta1nM1ck's Christmas list. We will find something cool to send back to you guys very, very soon. So, anyway, that thing rocks. Gonna go progressive pen up this American 1100 so I can study harder and get better for you guys. And so very soon, hopefully, we can move on to the 200K challenge and to maybe getting our blue belt knocked out. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sparrows. And thanks everybody who's watching on my channel. Subscribe, like, leave me a comment. Tell me anything you like. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me why. What can I do better? How can I make this better experience for you guys? That's what I'm trying to do. Mounta1nM1ck aims to please. Have a great night. Happy picking, guys. Mounta1nM1ck's out of here.